It is the 2nd of November 2025, 2nd of November 2025, and I've had this in my head for, I don't know, for a week. If you're staying at someone's place, and I've had this happen to me, actually it had it when my sister was staying with me for a night, and it had it happen when my partner's brother was staying with us. So, for instance, you're at a friend's place or a relative's place. You've stayed over somewhere, and in the morning you wake up and the curtains are closed. Do you open the curtains for light, or respectfully not touch the curtains because you're not sure how the owner is going to react to that? So do you opt to turn on a light? So you wake up, the room is dark, you've been told nothing about house rules or anything. So do you open the curtains up, or do you leave them as they are? The answer is to leave them as they are. Leave them as they are. Don't touch them. My sister stayed over with my nephew. She stayed over, I can't remember if it was this year or last year. She was very far away from me. And she said to me, I want to be isolated in the country. And that's where they now live. I see her like twice a year. Oh, I probably see her more than that because she drives down to Sydney semi-regularly. We have different personalities. I digress. So she stayed over in the unit, and in the morning it seemed like there was an unusual amount of light in the lounge room. I'm like, what is that? I walked out there. She'd opened the curtains. I was like, I said, what is all this light doing? And she was like, she said, it's really dark in here. You need some light in here. I'm like, I never opened those curtains. She's like, well, I did. Needed some light. Couldn't see. I'm like, I said, those curtains stay closed. And she's like, you can't live in darkness. You have to have some light in. Open the curtains up to you. I want some light in the room. And now, do you think that was the right thing to do? We keep those closed to maintain privacy from the unit. A block next door, my sister went, I didn't know that. I said, those curtains, no. She's like, well, alright, don't bite my head open. I want some sunlight in the bloody room. I don't have sunlight in here. Do you think that was the right thing? Do you think you should just leave a person's things alone? You should leave it alone and wait until the person is going to do something? What would you do? Also, my partner's brother stayed the night a few months back. In the morning, I woke up and I'm like, seems like there's an unusual amount of light in the lounge. I walked out and he had the curtains open. I went, I closed them. He grumbled, you don't have enough light coming in here. He said, you don't have any light coming in here. Need more light. You don't have any light coming in here. Because what happens is, there's the unit complex next door. We've had a couple of rotten neighbours. And if it was in a different situation, I would have the curtains open all the time. When we move to a house, I have the curtains open all the time. Oh no, I have sunshine pouring in. Actually, I had the worst neighbour in Unit 8 between February 10, 2022 through July 20, 2023. Knucklehead finally fucked off. And a family moved in. They were really quiet, but between Knucklehead pissing off and the next people moving in, we held the curtains open. Now Unit 10, above Unit 8, never saw them, couldn't tell you what he looked like, never heard him. Perfect neighbour. Do you think you should have your balcony light on. No, you shouldn't. You should never have your balcony light on. There's no reason to have your balcony light on. And we keep our balcony light off as an example for everyone to have theirs off. I do. Now, Unit 8 knucklehead across the way had his balcony fucking light on, his fucking balcony light every fucking night. Do you think that's right? No, it's not right, is it? And he finally fucked off. The morning of July 20th at 5 AM, he finally left. And good riddance to him. Unit 10 on top, who was the perfect quiet neighbour, he got kicked out. And that unit got bored. And now these narcissistic people live there. They're very narcissistic to have. Do you think in a unit complex you should have your radio and TV up full volume? No, you shouldn't. That's right. That is the correct answer. You should not have it up. I have headphones. I use headphones all the time. These headphones I use all the time. For the consideration of my fellow neighbours, plus headphones are excellent. Do you think my fellow neighbours use them? Oh, by the way, we are house sitting at the moment. House sitting, actually, right next to Dulwich Hill Station. We're house sitting right next to Dulwich Hill Station, and looking after buttons. And we're the ones that are always trying to be quiet. We have. There's a house sitting gig we have at Blackheath on a big property, and when we've been there once, we did a whole month there during March this year. And finally we just talk normally. And at 2 AM we have the music on. And usually I will whisper at night. I'll try to talk like that because I don't want anyone hearing my business. But our narcissistic neighbours across the way in the unit complex next to us, full volume all the time, telling everyone their business. I'm not into that. I keep our sliding door closed, but we're looking for another place. We are going to move. We're moving out of this area soon. We're going to find a house. We have the pet minding gig at Blackheath, looking after 2 dogs. Oh my goodness, the privacy and the freedom. Oh my goodness, the privacy. Oh my goodness, we can just talk at normal talking volume, and even after 9 PM at night, but don't whisper. The unit complex next to us at the moment. My goodness, the things they talk about and like all their personal details, and they're terrible, narcissistic people. And the ones in our unit block, well, at the front, terrible. I digressed a bit. So, if you were staying overnight in someone's place and you woke up in the morning, would you pull the curtains across to let the sunlight in, or would you just wait, turn on a light, and then say to your relative or friend, is it okay if I open the curtains? And the friend says, sure, it's okay, or no, it's not, because I think you just have to leave things alone, and because they might not want that. And now in every house you should have a blackout room where it's just dark. It's just dark. There's certain times of the day where I just want it to be dark. Like for instance, a lounge room, like a living room, we go out there and the sunlight comes in. But there's certain times of the day, like I do not like daylight saving at all. I like it. I'd prefer it if it got dark at 4 PM. But in Sydney, Australia, at the moment, daylight saving is just coming. I fucking can't stand daylight. Do not like daylight savings. Do you like daylight savings? And I'm not ready for summer at all. What was I saying? At certain times of the day, especially in the afternoon, I just want darkness to be dark, and so You should have a room in the house. You should have block-out curtains. You should have a room in the house where it can just be dark. Never live next to a unit complex. Oh my gosh, you'll never get any peace. And if you're in a unit complex and you live next to a private house, you may not get any peace because the people in the private house, they're not going to be quiet. Houses should not be next to unit complexes. Unit complexes are unnatural places to live in. People should not be living on top of each other. And if you're in a circumstance where modern, like, unit complexes, they should spend X amount of dollars on soundproofing. Every unit complex should be soundproof so the other neighbours cannot hear each other. That no neighbour can hear each other. And you have 16-foot hedges, you have walls between each other, can't see your neighbours. Like when I walked around Bel Air, in Beverly Hills in March this year, in May this year, I walked around Bel Air. I loved it. How does it feel in Bel Air? Had a lonely, sad feel in there actually. Multi-millionaires in their own world, in their own dimension. A little bit sad. It felt a little bit sad in there. A bit sterile. I walked past 709s where Elizabeth Taylor lives. I didn't film all of it. I wanted to look like a local, so I didn't film it all. There was one day I went there and I filmed it. It was the next day I went there, like a few days later I went back there and it's the 14th of May 2025, it's about 2 p.m. I'm walking up St. Pierre Road. Didn't bring my hat. I've decided to leave my hat back at the apartment, but I should have brought my hat. Walking into Bel Air. It's a very interesting place. Fascinating place. I don't know how long I'm going to leave the camera on for. Place there, that's the mansion there. This is it here. That's wild in there. It goes underground. I'd like to get invited in there for a cup of tea or something. But these are... Because I actually want to look like a local. Hedges are fantastic. Block-out curtains are the best. You can have, look, have a twin thing where you have lace curtains and then you have block-out curtains. We should have block-out curtains in the house because if it's a 30-degree day, pull the block-out curtains across, block out the sun, and have the aircon on. It's necessary for the brain for at least a couple of hours of a day. Have a room in the house where it's all dark, okay? And in fact the garage is like a man cave. I've made it into a man. Going down to the garage, it's actually, on a 30-degree day, it is cool in there because I've got big moving blankets up. I have big moving blankets up which provide coolness. So what do you think of all that? Do you think that if you're staying over someone's place you just open the curtains, let the light in? Or do you think you should just sort of, you wait and see what, that person... I don't like waking up in another person's place. In yesteryear I used to do it occasionally, but I didn't feel comfortable with it. Like, I do not enjoy staying over at someone else's place. I cannot. In yesteryear, I would occasionally find myself in that circumstance, but I always felt awkward in the morning. I always felt awkward in the morning. I don't like staying over other people's places at all. I like to wake up in my own bed. I have to. Except if it's a hotel, I have to wake up in my own bed. I have to. This video was going to go for 5 minutes, but I digressed. Yes.